Hello ladies and gentlemen, MarauderEX here, back with more Let's Play Shining Force 3 Scenario 3! And we are here in the town of Maya, and it's actually a town today. Now, during the daylight, people are actually out and about, and we can kind of wander around and do all sorts of stuff. First, let's take a look at our newest Force member. We have Primula, the fairy from Inric Village, who looks nothing like either the fairies from Inric or the fairy from the beginning of the game. So, but she's just gonna kind of float around. Do you remember Julian? Inric Kingdom, the Vandal, and Arthur who saved the kingdom? He, along with Rhodey the Ninja and Lisa the Soldier. Shaman. She was a shaman, not a soldier. Well... wait. Lisa was the... It was Lisa and Basso, so yeah, Lisa the well, that would be Lisa the Paladin. But, it was Melody, the other spirit wielder. So, what? What? Lisa the Soldier and several others prevented the fire from spreading to other kingdoms. Well, you know, that's... And let's take a look at her stats, because she's here now. We have Primula, the fairy, level 19, HP of 41, MP of 49, attack of 58, defense of 40, agility of 36, luck of 6, movement of 5. Her support is magic, defense, and luck, so actually a really interesting caster. She also has, she counts as a flying unit because she is a fairy, so terrain effect and land effect defense does not really affect her, but that also means she is kind of weak to ranged attacks. Magic. She comes with a single target heal spell, but it's at level 4, attack, and Zephyrus. Her magic resistances are significant. Almost non-existent to wind begin a flying unit, so 5 for wind. 25 resistance to fire, ice, spark, and dark. And then 30 resistance to light. She comes equipped with a Charm Wand, which is already level 3 for wands, so she has the Fairy Lever special attack built into that, but we're not going to be using the Charm Wand on her because it doesn't provide her any special abilities, it just provides the special attack. Since she's not going to be, you know, melee attacking, that's not something that we need to terribly worry about. So let's get all of the items that we can here in Maya. First off, we have the secret room that was opened to us by Honesty, by sneaking around. We get the Orichalcum. We get the Mitra Ankh. And we get a potion. Seems a little weird, doesn't it? Like, the potion seems really out of place. But, you know, it is what it is. Alright, so next we have in the house next to the HQ, in order to get houses down, you have to activate these little mushroom things. So we're gonna come over here. And in one of these barrels is going to be a fairy powder. And that's what we want. So, next is the house next to the church is where we're going to go. That's actually rather oddly described, because, like, next, is it, like, across from, or is it the one that would be to this? I don't know. But we're looking for a shelf. Well, that's not it, but there's something here. So, can I... There we go. The Mine Ruins map. So that's one. And that's all there is there. And next to the church. So there's not really one there, so I guess it is this one. And hopefully it's this one. I mean, I'd say that's probably it, because that's next to the church. But think about how weird this town is without all of the houses being, you know, on the ground. Like, the layout for this town is atrocious. So 1,100 gold coins is what we were after. And now we need to go to this house, which he was listed as Master Gabriel, but in the guide it's Ishanakut. So there's a inspect the table in the library. So come over here and it's really hard to actually see. Julian searches directly ahead, finds the goddess tier, so yay, goddess tier. So thank you, Master Gabriel. I'm just gonna call it Master Gabriel, because that's, yeah. Alright, engine house. I'm betting it's one of these. And I'd say this is probably it. Either that or this is the shop. Well, that's not what it is. Okay, so this has got to be it. So, barrel. Barrel! Small mithril! Another piece of small mithril. Very important to have. Though I don't know when the next time we're going to be getting a, access to a blacksmith is. Alright, so I guess that is going to be the shop? No. Because there's still, I'm like, there's not much more to this village. No, that's not it. This is just a house that does nothing. So, we're going to come over here. It's got to be over here. It's going to be one of these sections. It's this far one over here. I'm almost positive it's going to be one of these. That's the weapon shop. So that's not what we wanted to do yet, but we're going to go ahead and get some equipment. Because we've got a bunch... There's a TV with a Sega Saturn! Look at that! There's a Sega Saturn and a TV in Maya Village. It's a Japanese Saturn, but, you know, obviously. Plus, there's one thing I want to show off here. It's a different person. I don't know what the significance is for this. I don't know if this is like one of the developers, someone who worked at Sega, something, I don't know. But it's obviously more modeled after a real person than anyone else. So, something to keep in mind. So, now we have access to buy all sorts of weird stuff. We can basically buy mithril weapons as standard weapons. Not that I'm going to be using any of the... Actually, there's one I kind of want to buy. The Spark Shuriken. I'm tempted to buy that for Jubei. But Jubei is not actually in our party at the moment. But I can go ahead and buy it for him. So we'll buy that. Does he already have one? I think he already had... I may have just wasted 7 grand. If I did, it's fine. It's 7 grand. Yeah. Yeah, I wasted 2 grand. So, I didn't realize he already had a mithril quality weapon. I'm gonna go ahead and sell the Saint Mace because I don't need it. Because I was really just keeping that on Spirial for shits and giggles. Is there anything else I need to sell? I could sell the black ring, but I'm probably going to keep that just on the off chance I need to give someone else a fire ability. Not that using it would be all that intelligent in the grand scheme of things. I can actually go ahead and sell Gugnir. I'm not gonna keep it because really the Dragon Lance is better. So we got the Macho Mace, and we've got... I might keep the Macho Mace just... to have a high-end mace at the moment. We've got the Gaia Axe, which again, might not use. And then we've got a Cannon Wand. I don't really need the Holy Ankh. The regen 4 HP is nice, but I'll keep it. I'll just put it in storage. And we've got the Mitra Ankh, which again is not one I'm going to use because Thanatos is nice, but it eats up a ton of MP. And Zephyrus has better range, so that's a little more utilitarian. So I'm probably gonna sell the Thanatos, the Mitra Ankh. I don't need it. How many Saint Maces did I get? Jeez. And sell the Silver Ring. All right. Well, then, if there's nothing to buy, I was thinking I needed to buy couple of things, but I've got, you know, a whole bunch of deals as well that I could buy that don't really do much for me. I love how, because I sold one, it's now in the deals because it counts as a mithril weapon, but it's a regular weapon. It's so there are deals here. There is a Venom Blade in the deals, and in the item shop there is another white ring that we can get. We'll probably try for that. And then there is another black ring that we can get. Alright, so drop that down. That is the item shop. So that's what we're going to do. And this one has some new stuff. And then there's also the item that we need to get in here. It's a shelf. We're going to go all the way around, and there's some artwork here that I'm not 100% familiar with. We'll come over here and inspect the shelf. Now we get 1,200 gold. And then the item shopkeeper is also someone different. If you're planning a journey, you may need some supplies. Alright. So let's see if I can trigger the haggle. There we go. The white ring. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and buy that. Mostly because, why not? I'm gonna go ahead and put it on Julian. I'm not gonna equip it on Julian at the moment. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and buy some items, because I could use some stuff. The guide says to stock up on healing drops and fairy powders. So I'm going to make sure everyone has healing drops. Donhort doesn't really need healing drops. And then I got to get rid of a bunch of things in... Actually, is Rolly still in my party? Because that's going to be the next thing, is I need to really readjust who is in my party. I didn't need to give one to Proton, he already had 2, but Spiral's got 2. Jubei could use a couple. And is there anyone else? Primula. I should probably put Primula in the party. And then let's buy a couple of fairy powders just to have, because the game tells me to be prepared for them. I'll probably actually put some of the healing drops. Actually, I probably don't need to put the healing drops in storage. I can really just move things around at this point. And I put one on Kate. That should do it. Alright, so let's go and deal with our inventory, because we've got a lot to deal with. and our party, because I don't know who I'm going to use. I'm really actually kind of confused as to who I want to use. If I put Primula in, I have another wand for her. I have the Volcanon wand because I put the Wendigo wand on Bridget. Let's go ahead and give. So I don't need the Darkness Ruins map anymore. I can get rid of that. I can store the Orichalcum, which is the next step up for mithril weapons. But what really bums me out about that is that they're not... The Orichalcum weapons, you get one Orichalcum weapon per class. You don't get, like, anything special to try to figure out what is going to be the best for your playstyle. It's just, like, Halberd, you get the Gorgon Buster. Or, I think it's the Gorgon Buster. That may be the name of the special ability. But, like, that's it. You get one. You don't get to pick and choose, which is, like, they kind of dropped the ball on that, in my opinion. It's kind of... Oh, I need that newest map. I did not mean to store that. I'm gonna put that on Julian, though, so that's... I guess I could be okay with that. Alright. Store all of the items. And I'm going to store that and one of those. I'm going to store those because Harold's not in the party and does not need them. I'm going to store one of those because Spheral doesn't need all 3 items equipped. You're fine, you're fine. There's one other person that had more stuff on them than they really needed. But I guess that's fine? I guess it's Gracia. Alright. And deposit that. Let's take out the newest map and put that on. So, Darkness, coal mine south of Ark Hill. So that's going to go on Julian. And we've got the Orichalcum. Alright, so let's transfer people around in the party. Who do we want to use? Alright, Cyclops is good for getting Dragon Men, plus he's got a claw, which is a little unique. I've got more swordsmen than anyone else. I have 3 sword wielders. I could switch out Proton for Jubei, but I really like Proton. I like Proton a lot more than Jubei, but I like Jubei, so we're gonna put Jubei in. And I could take out Leon for Primula, but that's gonna make it a very magic-heavy group. Because I'll have 4 casters. Really, Gracia makes this team a huge problem, because Gracia's not great at much of anything. And, like, the Inferno spell is great, it can do decent damage. Shining is great for, like, a glass cannon one-hit KO. Aura's okay, but I have someone else who can do Aura and single target heal. Gracia's like, I'm gonna affect everyone for less, which is not as worthwhile. I could take out 1,000. I don't know who I kind of want to put Primula in, but Primula's already got... Like, I've already got someone who can use Zephyrus and heal, but that would just be good for a backup heal. I'll take the Gale Ring off Rolly and put that on 1,000, because that'll boost 1,000's defense as well as keeping the agility somewhat usable. Because, Lord, looking at people's stats, like, 1,000's not doing me any favors at the moment. Let's go ahead and do that. Defense +5, agility +5. Let's put that on 1,000, and basically all that does is increase 1,000's defense. And then we've got 2 high-end defensive items. I could do that on Julian to raise his defense 59. That would lower her agility. That's going to lower a lot of people's agility. That would raise his defense by a ton, but lower his critical. 18, oh god, 18 agility. I'm gonna put that on you, because that's just gonna make your defense ridiculous. It would lower Honesty's attack by a fair bit. But 54 attack, and that changes your agility. I don't want to do that. Spirial, you'd be lowering attack. Jubei. I'm gonna put it on Primula, but I'm gonna give it to Jubei. So I don't think Jubei's got anything equipped. So we're gonna trade items. Primula for Jubei, and then I guess I'll go ahead and end this episode, because that's really it, trying to figure out who's gonna do what. And Jubei will have that. That's better than any of the other equipment I've got for him. I could have raised his attack by a little bit, but I really want to put Primula in, but I don't want to. Like, I could sacrifice Bridget for a little while, and I still haven't used Pendolph either. I may just not use Primula this time around. Just for sure thing. So we've got Gugnir, which has a special attack, but it lowers. It doesn't have the specific stat, and it would keep the same stats. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep the Dragonlance. So screw that. That's why would I bother with anything else? Oh, and I need to give. I will go ahead and give Primula the Volcano Wand, so that if I do use her, she will be considerably more useful. Because all that'll do is raise her attack, but it also gives her access to Phoenix. So, and then the Gaia Axe would go on Leon, is what I needed to put. Lowers my attack by 1. And then raises defense and agility. What are the stats on that? Let me... Weapons guide. Axes! So, he's got the Dragon Axe, which has the magic property. And is critical +5, ice resist, fire and ice resist +20, defense and agility +2, 2 HP a turn regen, and Giga Wheel. Ooh. That magic attack rating, but... And what's funny is the Gaia Axe has 1 higher attack than the Dragon Axe, but it would actually lower my attack. That's weird. Isn't it? Seems weird to me. Well, we're gonna do that, and we're gonna make him a bit more of a tank. So, alright. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode here, and I will see you all in the next installment, where we will continue on to the next fight towards our kill. So, till then, later everyone.